Hi, Patrick here, have Cheetah Will View. Welcome to Dollar Tree Theater. Dollar Tree Theater is a ongoing review series that some of us in the film community have started, led by our own fearless leader, Hobbs Horror, whereas we find movies that we get for $1.25 or under, and we talk and review them. It has to be underneath $1.25. I know some people are purists about their movies being from the Dollar Tree. I go with under 25 wherever I can get it. Um, so that's how I roll. So the movie that I really thought I would not be talking about this movie today that I'll be talking about. I really did think that I was going to be talking about one of the movies I posted up for in the poll this week. I had Security, which is an action movie starring Ben Kingsley and Antonio Banderas, 14%. The Whole Truth with John Wick himself, Keanu Reeves, plus Oscar winning actress Renee Zellweger, 9%. Uh, Adventures in Public School with Grace Park from Hawaii Five-O and Judy Greer from just about everything and anything, including the Halloween trilogy, 18%. A classic, black and white, World War II movie, Mrs. Miniver, Greer Garson, Walter Pidgeon, 23%. So, with 36%, the Cheetah wins the week. It's crazy. But the Cheetah was very happy, and I said to go downstairs to go get the movie you want us to talk about. And so he came up with this one. We are going to talk a little bit about 1936's San Francisco, starring the Clark Gable, Jeanette McDonald, and Spencer Tracy and Jack Holt. Wow, what a cool ass movie this is! I gotta tell you, you guys did pretty well in picking the Cheetah's choice because he picked a winner here. This movie came out in 1936. It is set in the 1906 San Francisco earthquake and leading up to the months before it. We meet the dashing Blackie Norton, played by Clark Gable, who owns a club called the Paradise on the Barbary Coast. He is a he is a he is very very popular, very dashing, very dapper. Clark Gable. His best friend is played by Spencer Tracy. That's Father Tim Mullen. Those two have grown up together. And then Jack Holt as Jack Burley, who's a fine cultured gentleman, and also turns out to be a rival for the leading lady, played by Jeanette McDonald, is Mary Blake. Mary Blake has come from Colorado to San Francisco, and we meet her. We meet her through Blackie, because there's a fire. That's how the movie opens up. There's a fire. Two kids have to jump for their lives. Burns down this housing where people are staying, and we don't know it then, but we see Blackie passing by Mary on the street. He doesn't really notice her, but he's on his way back to his club. He goes in, club's popping. Everybody's having a good time, and then Mary Blake comes and asks you for a job, and so he goes ahead and gives it to her. But she's worried that it's gonna come with, he wants fringe benefits, strings attached, and she's not that kind of lady. But Blackie actually, despite his daring do, actually is a pretty decent guy. He's not gonna go anywhere where he's not welcome, and even though his persona might lead you to believe otherwise. Um, so he hires her, and she turns out to sing. Can you sing? And she can, but she's an opera singer. She's not like she's not a regular pop singer or anything like that. She's an trained opera singer. Of course, that draws the attention of Jack Burley, who also runs the opera in San Francisco, and he wants Mary to sing not only for the opera, but he also wants to marry her. So we have some shenanigans going on between Jack and Blackie. Um, some of the guys on the fellow business owners, they want Blackie to run for city councilman, And Jack doesn't really want him to because he knows that Blackie will come in there and institute reforms, and that will affect his bottom line. It'll cost him money to bring all his properties up to code. So he can't be having that. And then when Mary comes in there and they battle over Mary, well, it causes a lot of tension. And Jack, while he appears to be on the up and up, we see that he's doing some shady things behind Blackie's back, including getting his club shut down. Uh, so Blackie is pretty much desperate. He's got one shot left to try to save his club and his employees, and it's called a chicken ball. And since his employees can't put on a show, they're not going to win because they're all locked up because of Burley. But Mary hears about this and she comes and she sings for Blackie's club. Of course, he has too much pride to take that after she wins, and so things are coming to a boil when the earthquake hits. I gotta tell you, the effects for the earthquake here for this movie are outstanding. Holy crow! All practical back there in 1936 for the most part. Oh, they have some mats, of course, but the practical effects for this movie are mind blowing. It's just the cutting, the editing of this movie is superb. The sound is excellent. It really does see. I mean, it's really a fine movie, a really good movie. They even have a street that breaks into two, and it breaks into two, and you see the sewer line it's buried underneath the ground. And you see it start spraying water. It is really intricate and well done. This movie is, like I said, directed by W.S. Van Slyke. I think I said that right. Did I say that right? I hope I did. I don't want to kill his name. Van Dyke. W.S. Van Dyke, he is a prolific producer, director. He also not only did he do this movie, which turned out to be a major hit, it was made in 1936, which is then in the Depression, the Great Depression. It was made for $1.3 million, and it grossed over $5 million, which was big money back then. Big money. Major hit. And Van Dyke also had directed. He also directed the Thin Man series, among many others. He won an Oscar in his career. He died. He died early. He died at only 53 years old. He had terminal cancer, and when it got too bad, he took himself out. He set himself free. But overall, the acting in this movie is top notch. Jeanette McDonald, what a revelation! What a beautiful voice. Such a pretty girl too. A redhead, of course. Clark Gable never looked better. Never has looked better. I've watched a lot of Clark Gable movies. He looked absolutely awesome in this movie. His character drank water, not booze. I think this is the first time I've ever seen Clark Gable movie where he's not smoking. In fact, nobody smoked in this movie. They had a little brief cigar, and now this is when smoking was getting rather popular. No smoking in this movie. In fact, I dare say, in watching this movie, I dare say you can almost make a case for it to be a faith-based movie. There's a lot of talk about God in this movie, about redemption and belief and faith and everything else that goes along with it. At the end, you see Blackie on his knees praying to God. He's just, he's thankful that he's lived. He's thankful that Mary's lived. He's thankful that his friend, Father Tim has lived. He's seen the world through a different set of eyes now after the earthquake. Extraordinary storytelling for a movie at this time. And this is one of the best movies I've seen from the 30s or the 40s. And highly recommend this. This is you can get this at Warner Brothers Archive. This was actually sent to me. So, this was sent to me a long time ago. This is like one of the last ones I had left. But this was sent to me. And highly recommend it. You can go on Amazon for this. They have a store, Warner Brothers does, on Amazon. You can order this from them. It does have special features. I would say this movie is rated PG. PG. Um, and it has special features on it, quite a bit of them, including a good look at Clark Gable. Has the alternative ending sequence. It also has some cartoons and some other things on here. Um, so yeah, so that's Dollar Tree Theater for this week. I will be putting up the new batch as soon as I end this video. You guys can go over there and vote for that. And yeah, hey, vote for Cheetah again. He might come up with another winner. You never know. All right. Well, thanks for watching. If you're new to my channel, please hit the sub button, hit the notification bell, let you know what I'm doing, and then drop a comment down below. Let me know what you think of black and white movies. Oh yes, this is a black and white movie. Let me know what you think of black and white movies. Clark Gable, Jeanette McDonald, um, uh, Spencer Tracy, Jack Holt, Ted Healy. Ted Healy's in this movie as well. He is the gentleman who gave the Three Stooges their start. Though the Stooges are not in this movie. But yeah, let us know. All right. Thanks for watching, and we will talk at you soon. Peace.